For 7 days, there were no answers, only grief, anger, and a silence that felt unbearable. On the night of January 10th, in the quiet of Huntington Township, Joshua R. Hopkins was struck by a vehicle while in the yard of his home along Denver Road. According to local news reports, the vehicle left the roadway, hit Hopkins, and fled the scene. He was critically injured in the crash and later died from those injuries. By morning, a family was devastated. A community was stunned. And in the days that followed, there was little public information. According to details shared on social media and confirmed through local news reporting, investigators believed a truck was involved in the hit and run, but initially released no description and named no suspect. As days passed without updates, frustration grew among family members and residents who felt left in the dark. During that week, members of the community began their own search. Social media posts describe how Kurt Brown spent days making calls, following tips, and physically searching for a vehicle believed to be involved. Along with others, he worked through false leads and misconceptions, devoting countless hours to the effort. Friends say he refused to stop, driven by the belief that Joshua deserved justice. Late one night, Kurt reported on social media that he believed he had located the truck. A small group traveled to the area to check the vehicle. What they found raised immediate concern. According to first-hand accounts shared online, the truck appeared to be in the process of being dismantled. The headlights and grille had been removed, parts were being changed, and mud had been wiped from the sides by hand, leaving visible streaks with dirt and grass discarded nearby along Kaiser Road. Those present said they contacted law enforcement multiple times. Social media accounts described confusion and tension between agencies, with individuals at the scene being warned they could face charges for hindering an investigation, despite earlier public requests asking the public to report tips. The group was ultimately ordered to leave the area. The following morning, detectives and deputies returned to the suspected property. According to social media accounts, the truck was still partially dismantled, with mud and grass remaining in areas that had not been cleaned. Investigators conducted a more thorough examination. Later that day, local news outlets reported, based on jail records, that a suspect had been taken into custody. Martin Arlington Howard, 34, was booked into the Ross County Jail around noon on January 17th. Jail records show he faces multiple felony charges, including aggravated vehicular homicide and leaving the scene of an accident. Authorities have not released an affidavit or publicly detailed Howard's alleged role, and the investigation remains ongoing. Local news reports also confirmed that Sheriff George Lavender publicly identified Joshua Hopkins several days after the crash, and urged anyone with information to contact law enforcement or Crime Stoppers. The delayed release of information sparked criticism from residents calling for greater transparency. Friends and family described Joshua Hopkins as kind, pure-hearted, and deeply loved. Those close to the case say the arrest brought a measure of relief before he was laid to rest, even as many questions remain unanswered. This narration is based on information publicly shared on social media by individuals involved in the search, combined with reporting from local news outlets and publicly available jail records. All allegations are subject to the legal process. In Huntington Township, the message is clear. When a community refuses to give up, the truth has a way of coming to light.